I talk about my kids all the time. They love being taught. And here's the deal. I don't know if you guys know my story, but for about 4 years, I was a single dad. I'm not trying to bring the show down because everything worked out great, but my wife just left. I was married for 18 years, and she just walked away from me and the boys. And again, I'm not trying to bring it down. That was like 4 years ago. It's weird looking at all the women thinking the same thing. Like, what? She picked somebody else over this? And like, now I get it. The other guy had way bigger bank accounts, and that was my thing. I was like, am I too scared? Because I weigh 156. I look like I went to a blood bank and forgot to say when. But anyway, the reason why I mentioned that is like I was a single dad. I had 3 kids, and December 15th, I picked up 2 more. I got married just a couple months ago to an amazing woman. Yeah, thank you. One lady's, I see. Yeah, I didn't say that to applaud, but I just like to see, because one lady applauded, and I think she did it because she's like, oh, good, he won't be hitting on me after the show. But it is, and I don't even mind talking about her leaving because it actually opened up the doors, because it was a great testimony of how God can still use you even in brokenness. This is a weird deal, but I got a call out of the blue about a month later after she left to go perform at a prison about 20 miles north of my house, and I would have never done that. But they were like, hey, we know you've been through some stuff. Will you come encourage them? And I'll be honest, I was nervous as I can be, because when you do a prison, it's scary. Like, you can only bring your ID and 1 key, and I picked my sharpest key. And I took my 19-year-old because I thought it'd be good for him to see, and plus, if, there's a riot, I can outrun him. So, I've got 4 more. So, but it was so nerve-wracking, guys. But it was so cool just to see that, like, God could use me, and it was in a gym, and they brought the prisoners came in one at a time, and one of them, the first guy in, was named Angel, and he looked what you're probably picturing in your mind. He had face tattoos, neck tattoos, bulging bites. No, I was like, oh, I miss my grandmother, and he did. He walked up and he was like, thank you for coming. And I was like, dude, you don't even know if I'm funny. And he goes, I don't even care if you're funny. Nobody comes to see us. So the fact that you cared enough, man, thank you. And he kind of got emotional. It was sweet. He was like, in fact, I'd love to give you a hug if you'll put that key down. And so it's cool to look back on tragedy and see how, like, you can get through stuff. And that's why laughter is a big step on that. I'd always heard laughter was the best medicine. But after going through something like that, I can honestly tell you, it's Vicodin. No, but that prison show was actually a turning point. It was kind of fun, too, because they were all prisoners. And I do this joke in my act where I talk about my voice being high and how I'm not scaring away any burglars. So I was actually saying this to them. I was like, pretend you're a burglar breaking in downstairs at my house. And one of them was like, don't have to pretend. And I kind of ruined it at the end because I really was trying to encourage them. But then, toward the end of the show, I remembered that the guy that my ex-wife left me for actually lived up in that area. And so I was like, by the way, if any of you are getting out soon, love to share that address with you. And the best part was they all lined up to thank me and my son. And one guy leaned in and he goes, seriously, all I need is his name. And so I gave it to him.
Local man robs Wendy's with alligator. We're the alligator boys now.
And the lady, if they sitting in the bank, should be going, Mom,